Let's all roll for our hobby. Let's all roll for our hobby. Oh, let's all roll for our hobby to get ourselves a crit. Tipsy's drunk as shit. Onyx loves to hit. Ooh, Rock's magic is handy. Toot Toot's music is dandy. So let's all roll for our hobby to get ourselves a crit. Let's all roll for our hobby to get ourselves a crit.
Come, friend, now lend me an ear for a tale of Victor the Weird. He went on an adventure with he, him, and himself, and also his mighty fine beard. Now gather round, I'll tell you about this mighty beast. He may look as human, as mere as you, friend, but soon your eyes will feast upon this marvelous creature with many body parts. His one shirt may fool you, but what if I told you his chest had 4 red hearts? One mouth but 1,000 voices, one mind and limited choices. 2 handsome dice, 2 handsome dice. The audience rejoices. He's going to play D&D with him, himself, and he. Those are his pronouns, it's really profound. It's time for D&D, featuring Victor and Victor and Victor, and Victor and Victor and Victor, and Victor and Victor and Victor and Victor and Victor and Victor and Victor. One knows who knows how many repeats. So come and sit down in an empty seat. It's time for D&Me. 2 eyes, 4 cheeks, 2 souls on his feet, 2 hands for many new foes to defeat, 1 tongue, 2 lips through which to speak, but just one but.
Hey everyone, I'm Victor Rivera, and this is D&Me, where I play with myself. I play D&D with myself, and welcome to episode 41 of D&Me. Yes, we are starting tonight with the cliffhanger from episode 40, Combats and Cliffhangers. But the theme song was produced and performed by Bradley Owens. You can find them at Bradley Owens on Instagram. They are recovering from surgery right now, so we are wishing them all the best. So good energies, with a little for me tonight. Yeah, so just a couple announcements here for the D&D pre-show. One of my friends and audience members asked for the following, and I was like, oh, totally, sure. So they asked for hats for the Redbubble / the Convex Crimson that have the pumpkin logo with the D&Me and then the ornament logo. And so I made them and threw them up. So they're on Redbubble. They're a little cheaper because I didn't think anyone would want some, but yeah. Let me know if you want any different designs or products, and I'll work on that too. Dodie or something in the chat says, all the best for Bradley and you. Good recovery wishes for Bradley. Yes, they have a lot of love, but I just wanted to give them some love because they made the best theme song ever, so. New hats. Oh, Bradley Owens! Tuning in while in recovery. Love the episode recaps. Well, thank you very much. That'll catch you up on what the heck is going on. So, Bradley, heal, all right? Don't get well soon, get well now. All right. Hey, how you doing? They can't talk right now, so I will do all the yelling at the screen. So I have 1 D&D research after the fact and then 2 D&D revisions. The first D&D research after the fact, in the chat, my 1 emote, yes, you have to type out D&Medias, capital S, Kiin. And that is like the keyboard clicky, clicky, clicky to find the emote. Or you could just go over to the little emote corner. But you have to spell it all out. D-N-M-E-A-D, capital S, Kiin. Which, I didn't know that. Otherwise, I wouldn't put in 3 N's, but, boop. Or 3 I's. There we go. Yeah. Skiing. All right, so yeah, I experimented with that, and I was like, oh, if it's a lowercase s, it doesn't work. So, there you go. If it's 2 I's, it doesn't work. 2 D&D revisions. 1 is a subtle one. In the last episode, my boys in the lounge of the Restful Lily defeated some nameless employees, and then I said that Onyx was hacking up one of the bodies with his hand axe, and then all the pieces were separating from the core body, but there was like no blood. That is incorrect. and I'll tell you why later. But he's hacking the body, and he feels the impact, but the nameless employee's form is still there. And as the axe goes through, then it kind of like disappears into this illusionary form, but he feels like this material being splattered about. So what Tipsy and Toot Toot, Tipsy was like, ah, because he was getting grass in his face, invisible grass, and then Toot Toot slipped in also invisible grass. So all that sticks, but the body wouldn't be disconnected. Just as a little... That was something I was wondering about this past week. And then number 2, Dean Revision. Rock has a cool thing as a wizard, which I forgot about until I was doing preparation today, and I was like, he did what now? Rock has something called Arcane Recovery. So once per day, when you finish a short rest, which is 1 hour, which they did spend in the baths/hot springs. They rested, they were in the waters for an hour, which also gains the greater restoration spell. You can choose expended spell slots to recover. The spell slots can have a combined level that is equal to or less than half of your wizard level. So my level 4 wizard can regain 2 spell slots, which can either be 2 level 1 spell slots or a 1 level 2 spell slot. So he will do that. I didn't know that. I thought only warlocks regained spells in short rests, but, well, there we go. So I'm going to erase the failed suggestion against the first employee. And that was the first cliffhanger of the Restful Lily arc that I forgot about. So, boop, 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 boop. Yeah, baby. So, now he has 2 level 2 spell slots, which is so much better than 1 level 2 slot. So, also, Future Victor, add Arcane Recovery to the limited resources sheet. And with that, let's get into it. I already did the D&Recap, but to truncate that even more, they decided... Glimmer, the white-feathered Kenku, told them that they need to act tonight. So they went through the lounge where they found 2 nameless employees, and then they didn't hack them to bits, but they did defeat them. Then they went outside to a stone tower where they defeated the statue that was very sneakily guarding the door into the stone tower. And after they defeated that statue, then they went inside where, in the worst possible door to unlock, then Tipsy unlocked the door and found the 3 owners of the Restful Lily. They're painting a portrait of Chainco, the hairless dwarf, and that is where we're going to resume. Let me switch back over to this baby. Nope. Yeah, there it is. All right, here we go. So, yes, Tipsy opens the door, then he is met with the whole tableau, terrifying, ice in his veins now, and then Auntie Warmheart, the blind elf in a wheelchair, is staring blankly at the door going, "Oh, well, it looks like you are next." And Tipsy goes, "Oh, well, and then he looks over at Morgana, who is at the easel with the paintbrush, who is staring, kind of surprised but more amused at Tipsy. And then he looks up at the giant towering Peggy staring down angrily, and then over to Chainco sitting in the chair, who then quickly adjusts his robe and then tries to pull up the collar of it so that his magically alopecia'd form isn't seen. And then over to Auntie Warmheart, who's just smiling over at Tipsy, and then down to the Mastiff at her feet, who is perpetually growling. And Tipsy goes, "Oh, yes, that is me looking for the magical treatments, and I found you, so here we go." Tipsy will roll a deception. idiot. Oh, boy. Oh, man. Oh, shit. Let's do... none of these dice look good tonight. No, they all look good. With a 7 in deception, plus, I believe, 0 charisma. Yep. Then, Auntie Warmheart, her smile grows. And Peggy goes, uh-huh. All right. So, and then she looks over Tipsy to the full crowd in the lobby. Oh, look. They're all here. All right. Well, ladies, it looks like we're going to have a long night ahead of us. And then from the other side of the lobby, then a door slams open and Saith emerges, like, kind of out of breath. He's this tall human, and he goes, "Is everything okay?" No, hold on. Is everything okay? I heard noises from outside. Oh. And then he looks down at the whole party, and then a calm Peggy in the doorway. Yeah. Is everything fine? And then Peggy goes, "Yes, it looks like we have more appointments tonight. Could you make them comfortable, please?" And Saith goes, all right, yeah. And then he starts closing his door, but then Peggy goes, up. They need chairs. So, your chair from your room. And then Saith stares at her with squinted eyes for just a second, and then goes, of course. All right, I will be right back. And so he goes back into the darkness of his room, and you hear a second later, like, he brings out a chair and then puts one down for Toot Toot over here underneath this window, and then Toot Toot, knowing full well that he should accept this chair right now, or else bad things will very much happen. Then he sits in the chair, and then you see Morgana enter into the doorway behind the giant form of Peggy, and she goes, okay. It's a little bit laggy, but that's fine. So Morgana calls over Peggy's shoulder, and bring more chairs from upstairs, all right, Saith? And Saith goes, yep, I was just on my way to do that, so if you'll excuse me. And then he walks towards the stairs, but then stares down at Glimmer, who is very obviously uncomfortable and kind of shaking a little bit. And as Saith stares down at him and then kind of half rolls his eyes, then heads upstairs, then Peggy motions to head towards the door, and then Tipsy has to back up. And then, let's see. Rock. No, this will be good. So Peggy goes towards the door and looks down at Glimmer and goes, your service is done here tonight. You may leave. And then Glimmer, oh, of course, Peggy. Yeah. And then he kind of just, like, twitches a bit, like wringing his feathered hands and trying desperately to come up with something to do to... Let's see, I'm going to roll if he successfully does anything. With a natural 1, then Peggy's, like, looming over him, and he, oh, of course. And so then he, like, heads straight towards the door, and Onyx kind of scoots back, and then Glimmer is facing, is now facing Rock with an invisible Wishes fairy dragon on Rock's shoulder. Rock is blocking the door, and Glimmer makes direct eye contact with him, and then goes, well, have a great summer. And then he makes very deliberate eye contact up at Rock, and then winks with his left eye so that it'll be less seen by Peggy, and then, like, turns sharply towards the stairs. just once, and then back to back to Rock, and then just continues winking. And then Peggy, who's like, "Come on, go, Glimmer, get out of here." And then,
Yes, I
and then Rock and Wish is like giving a quarter of a nod, steps aside, and then Glimmer, and then leaves the stone tower. And Rock is staring out to see the white Kenku with purple lined feathers, like walking very, very chalantly. So not nonchalantly, like across in faux calm and confidence. Just,
Oh, everything is fine.
and then you see, well, it is pretty much midnight, y'all. And Glimmer, let's bring Glimmer back up. He is walking down this path, and then Rock has dark vision. So he sees... Okay, here it is. So as Rock is watching Glimmer leave and just... then he hears a voice in the lobby Peggy going, "All right, you can close the door now." And then as Rock closes the door, then you see Glimmer take off in a full sprint towards the door of the bath and hot spring. And then he is gone. As Rock closes the door. And then there is a very palpable silence and stillness in the lobby, as Toot Toot feels so awkward just sitting down, and the three other boys are standing up, and Peggy's surveying them, and she scoffs because Onyx is right next to her, and then Onyx is kind of, despite himself, just staring up in awe at Peggy, and then you can tell that she's like growing annoyed. Can I help you? And Onyx goes, yeah, I was wondering if you would want to. And then you hear as Saith awkwardly is bringing back down 3 chairs from the spiral staircase, and then puts them like one up against, okay. Saith will put 1 chair on one side of his door, and then he puts the larger of the 3 chairs there, and then looks up at Rock in a invitational gesture, and then Rock,
Oh, yes.
and then carefully walks around a seated Toot Toot, and then sits at this this corner on a chair. And then Saith puts the other chair on the other side of his room door and gestures over to Onyx. Saith is going to make a roll. Saith is going to make a roll. 5. 5. Okay. 5 plus 2 intelligence. That's a 7. So, evens, yes. Odds, no. 6, even, yes. So, he puts the smallest of the 3 chairs over on the left side of the door, and then gestures over to Tipsy to sit down, and Tipsy, kind of awkwardly walks over there. And then, kind of offhandedly, then he throws the other chair at the base of the stairs, and then lets Onyx, like, he points at it, so Onyx just slowly pivoting around Peggy, who's just, all right, well, we're gonna finish up over here, and then we will choose, well, Warmheart said you. She points over at Tipsy, and then Tipsy,
Oh, boy, yep, that's me. I want
I want the magical treatment.
Yeah.
And so then Peggy exits back into the door, and then you hear it close. And Saith, who, this is a very tight quarter for the 7 people that were in there. So Saith then goes to the opposite end of the room. He kind of also blocks the door a little bit, and then is just staring at my boys. And then Rock, who is sitting there. Everyone's mind is just swirling around, trying to figure out what to do. You can see Tipsy in obvious distress, like scooting around in his seat, and then,
Oh boy. Wow, this bathrobe is really hot.
and then Onyx sitting very calmly, and then Toot Toot, like he's squirming a bit too, and then Rock goes into his mind palace, and it is he experiences perfect calm as he is now in peaceful, quiet aisles of books, and he's sitting there, just endless aisles of books, and nice candle lighting. And then Rock noticed that Glimmer, he starts thinking about Glimmer and the lasting image of Glimmer walking across the backyard and then running towards the bathhouse, and his last sentence, which was "have a great summer," but Rock knows that this is still in the month of Shay, which we just got out of winter, like the dead of winter, so we're going into spring. So why didn't he say spring? Have a great spring. Maybe that's like have a great trip, have a great fall. And then he thinks towards Glimmer's situation where he can't speak the whole truth. He can equivocate around words, and how he is currently a Kenku, which suggests that he was not a Kenku earlier. And as much as he fumbles and stumbles around words, then those 4 were very particular, directed at him, and then winking and looking up the stairs. And then Rock will roll for a big for insight. That is a 15, which is very good. 15 plus let's see. Do I want intelligence or wisdom? Wisdom's putting everything together, or investigation, religion. 15 is very good. I will do intelligence because he's very smart in intelligence. So 15 plus 4 is a 19. So he starts thinking about have a great summer. And then the words kind of shift dyslexically in his head, and then he's trying to figure out anagrams, and none of them are really appropriate to the situation. And so then he rearranges the words and have a great summer. And then he spots it. And then Rock, in his mind palace, walks over to the shelves, and these endless aisles, most of them are empty, but there are, like, the ones closest to him are full of the very first book that he read, and then through the shelves full of all of the tomes and novels and textbooks that he read at the university, and then most recently, then you can see chronologically shelved are the books that he's read in D&Me so far. So you see Grumshar's spell book there, and the Volos Enchiridion, and he pulls down the half of the monster manual that he read with Paige, and then he flips through the whole book, and then you see only the front half is filled out, but then the back half of the monster manual is just blank pages because he hasn't read them yet. So he flips somewhat towards the middle, and then he lands on the H's, and then he peers over to his left. No. What he does is he looks up from his book, and then we cut to him in the lobby, and he's looking up from his lap to Saith. And Saith is kind of leaning up against the wall with his arms crossed. And Rock remembers that Glimmer was winking at him and gesturing up the stairs. And then Rock looks then at Saith's eyes, which kind of have a yellow tint to them. And nothing quite unusual there. But then he looks Saith up and down, and then with an investigation roll with a natural 20 plus 6 investigation, then he sees Saith is smartly dressed, even though it's midnight, and one can presume that he was sleeping in his room. So he has on like a thrown together kind of robe, but it's like a dark red and almost like a red brown, which kind of matches his skin color, and he has dark wavy hair. But on the front of his robe is a kind of crooked brooch, which Rock then imagines that was hastily put on. And this brooch it's almond shaped, and as he looks at it, then he notices that it's cat's eye material. So it's this amber, kind of matching his eyes a little bit, but in the middle is this vertical slit, which makes it look like it has a cat's eye pupil. And with a natural 20 plus 6, a 26 in investigation, then he notices the brooch, and we cut to Rock's face as he squints, and then an insert of the brooch, and then closer on Rock's face, and then closer to the brooch, and then we see the pupil move just slightly from Rock's direction to over to Tipsy, and then imperceptibly move to Onyx, and then over to Toot Toot, and is noticing this. And then Rock goes, "Ah." And then he looks back down to his lap, and then we cut back to him in his mind palace, and then he reads a paragraph which says, "These withered crones can craft a magic item called a hag eye, which is made from a real eye coated in varnish and often fitted to a pendant or other wearable item. The hag eye is usually entrusted to a minion for safekeeping and transport. A hag in the coven can take an action to see what the hag eye sees if the hag eye is on the same plane of existence. Hag eye has some game mechanics. If it is destroyed, each coven member takes damage and is blinded for 24 hours. A hag coven can only have one hag eye at a time, and creating a temp. So Rock then comes back into this comes back into the lobby, and then he looks around to his squirming party members, and Rock feels really disproportionate to the circumstances right now. Very calm, because knowledge has helped him a great deal. So we will roll for Saith right now. Evens is yes, odds is no. 16, even is yes, so Saith is kind of looking in Rock's direction. And then Rock goes through what he can do in his head. Message would be great right now. However, ironically, there is a verbal component to message, which in the specific wording. Y'all, I thought about this a lot. That's why it's taking half an hour for me to lay all this out. But message has a verbal component, even though it says that point a finger and whisper a message. Only the target hears and can reply in a whisper. Only you can hear. If Saith had rolled odd, then he would have been looking in another direction, and then Rock would have signed what he discovered to any of the party members that are looking his way. But this is not the case. So then Rock kind of mutters to himself. Rock mutters to himself as quietly as he can. Wishes? Have some fun. And then Saith, who was looking over at Rock, kind of steps forward.
What did you say?
And then Rock goes, oh, nothing concerning you. But heads up. And then Rock will cast Magic Missile. So, he will cast Magic Missile. Oh, God. Starting everything off. Popping it off, baby. Magic Missile towards Saith's chest. And he will do it at level 1. Yes. So, Magic Missile automatically hits. So 3 purple quills materialize, 1 above Rock and then 2 at his shoulders, and then hit Saith in the chest. Saith, my hands are shaking. Saith takes all 3 damage in the chest. It is 1d4 plus 1 force damage. Let me get my d4s out. All right, here we go. My mouth suddenly just went super dry. Oh. All right, so that is a 3, a 4, so 7, and then plus another one. 2, so 9 altogether, plus 3 on top of that. That's 12 damage against Saith. Nice. Suspense, yes. So, then Saith kind of walking towards Rock gets 3 purple magic energy quills in the chest, and then Saith in slow-mo gets forced backwards onto his back foot, and then he's opening up his chest, and then we cut to an insert, a very close-up of the lopsided cat's eye pin, the brooch, and then we see its pupil narrow, and then nothing happens. And then, starting from the very center of the brooch, you hear and this spider crack starts going out from the center of this brooch, and then the narrow pupil is so thin in terror that it's almost gone, and then the brooch shatters outwards. And in slow motion, Saith is still open up, and then you hear 3 monstrous howls from inside the other room, and 3 otherworldly, ungodly shrieks as the 3 women inside the room have to take a shit ton of damage each. Which is amazing. And as I gather my dice to roll and start everything popping off, Dodie or something in the chat says, brilliance. Angelito Abo says, suspense. Then a satisfied rock in his mind's library smiles, confidently closes the book, and then puts it back on the shelf and goes, I need to read the rest of you when I get back home. And then kind of his head lifts up from his lap, his eyes are closed, and then they open, and he has this grin of confidence that would make Sheen proud. So, they need to roll 3d10 psychic damage. That is... Oh, I rolled the wrong one, but no, that's good. A 5 and a 4. I mean, in terms of math, it's not good, but then I can just roll this one. 5. So 14 psychic damage altogether. Which is not nothing. Okay, so that is quick math here. So close. All right, so you hear, oh, and then Peggy bellow from the other room, you fucking idiot! You had one job! And then, like, this, like, frustration, this anger to the core, and then you hear sounds of effort and just 3 distinct, discordant noises. And Chainko, the hairless dwarf nobleman in the room, goes, oh no, oh no. And then just this din of then the dog growling. Let's see if the dog... Shit, Christ, y'all. Evens, yes. Odds, no. 16, yes. Okay. You hear the dog start barking incessantly, and then and then Chainko, ow, my leg. So, all right. So, that being the situation right now, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 characters right now doing stuff. So let's roll for initiative to see who gets added to it and what all happens. So let's do okay, these are my 3 ladies. What is their initiative? +1 to all of this. So, Christ. All right. Morgana rolled a 19 +1. So, Morgana is a 20. Peggy rolled a 9 +1. That's a 10. Oh, I was going to... As I like to do, then I like to keep the evildoers, the bad guys' initiative, hidden from y'all for dramatic irony purpose, but this is... too much to juggle. So, and then Auntie Warmheart rolled a 7 +1, so that's 8. All right, what is everyone's dexterity modifier? Because that is the only thing separating all my 8s. Dexterity modifier. Auntie has 1. Wishes has +5. Wishes goes first. Glimmer has a +3. Glimmer goes next. And then who's next? Toot Toot. Toot Toot has a +2. Okay, so at the end of all of this, I know, Siren, this is bonkers. 8. Then Auntie Warmheart. Next, and then the Mastiff. The Mastiff will roll... What is the Mastiff's dexterity? Okay, they rolled a 5 +1. That's a 6. Mastiff. And then Chainko. I didn't think that Chainko would roll initiative. So what the heck is Chainko's? He's a noble. A noble has a +1 dexterity modifier. So let me make a new bookmark in my monster manual here. +1. So Chainco has no hair. He will be this die. 16 +1. All right, Chainco. All right, Chainco. Chainco.com. Let's see. Is this everyone? What was that button? Why did that just happen? Oh, okay. All right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm missing one because I have Glimmer up there. Saith needs to roll. Saith, 14, and then he has his own character sheet. 14 plus 4. Jesus. All right. Dexterity, Saith versus Onyx. Onyx's dexterity is +0. Oh, shit. So, yeah, Saith goes first. Saith, Onyx. 12 people in my initiative here. If you're religious or spiritual, you know, send me some good energy right now. Peggy is after Rock. You are totally right. I was like, well, her motivation, I guess, could be in, yep, you are totally right. Map. Thank you. Yay. My chat is very nice and very helpful, so thank you. Okay, so initiative-wise, we have 20 Morgana, 18 Saith, 18 Onyx, 17 Chainco, 13 Rock, 10 Peggy, 8 Wishes, 8 Glimmer, which he's out of the thing, 8 Toot Toot, 8 Auntie Warmheart, 6 Mastiff, 5 Tipsy. Sending an inspiration to the boys. Thank you. Cool. All right. Cool. So, 7 times 5, 35. Great. Morgana is up first. I finished all my Taurus Crimson. I finished that glass of water. Let's start with this first water bottle. And my AC has been chugging for the past 2 weeks because it's getting into summer in Atlanta. I can't have my fan on, and it's 78 degrees in my apartment because we set it at 72, but it just can't keep up. So, can I send points to send them inspiration? That's a very cool question. Yes, I eventually want to do channel points for help in battles and stuff. So, let's do 1,000 points. Can I make something? Because I know y'all have a lot of points. So if I do 100, then. But, yeah, I can't make a thing right now. But can I spend points to send them inspiration? Maybe. I'll think about it because y'all have a lot of points, which is amazing. But I also... We'll see. We'll get there, and then if the perfect time is right, then we'll see. Bradley Owens, my anesthesia is still slightly wearing off, and I just realized your pop filter on your mic is not part of your beard. Yep, that's funny. Yeah, no worries. No, but Mom, if we get to a point where anyone is in death saving throws, then I'll figure something else. Yeah, double beard. All right. Woo, I am sweating. Okay, great. Initiative. First up is 20 Morgana. So you hear... Well, the thing about the Hag Eye being destroyed is now they are all blind for 24 hours. And just as a cool little pop-up video, bloop, a trivia piece down at the bottom, a hag coven can only have one hag eye at a time, and creating a new one requires all 3 members of the coven to perform a ritual. The ritual takes 1 hour, and the hags can't perform it while blinded. During the ritual, if the hags take any other action other than performing the ritual, they must start over. So, I'm so glad I have tokens now, because if I were drawing them on my sheet, then that would have been just bonkers. Yeah, like drawing them on my paper. That was fine for, like, when my boys were against one person, but went up against all of them. All right, so Morgana will... you hear a screeching, and then a southern twang. Are you fucking kidding me right now when they're all in the fucking lobby? So she will okay. Okay, so stepping into Morgana's skin for a second, she was finishing the painting of Chainco. And then all of a sudden, her eyes go completely dark, and then just her brain, she can feel it have a shattering, sharp pain, and she reels. Now, she's completely blinded. She is kind of staggering about, and ooh, interesting. All right. Well, okay. Seeing all my notes. Okay. And then over here. She will do a little something. And oh boy. Okay. Oh, that's a natural one. So, she will, no, I will let, this is cruel, but shake over the hat, and then great. I'm not going to tell you what's in the other room. We are just going to know what is in the lobby, but I am knowing what's happening. Then next is Saith, who kind of reels back from being hit in the chest for a good amount of damage, and he goes, you shouldn't have done that. And then as he does, he like stands up straight, and then you can see his brown red skin start to redden some more, and his hair like lengthens, and he's looking down at his hands, which are like losing some of its human texture and brown, and then turns this bright red, and he's holding his hand up and twirling it around and goes, well, it seems that seeming is done for tonight, so that's perfect timing if I don't say so myself. And then like it's this illusionary form that just fades from this welcoming employee, and then what we see in front of us is this devilish creature who looks meaner and his hair is now this jet black and kind of, it's still wavy but pushed back past his shoulders, and he has like these sharp fangs now poking out of his mouth, and his kind of yellow eyes are now bright yellow, and you see the vertical pupils. And this is a Cambion. Let me show y'all what a Cambion looks like. A Cambion is what you get when you cross an incubus and a succubus with a humanoid. So that is what we see in front of us right now. And then shrugging off the small magic missile damage, then Saith goes, "All right, now it's my turn." And he will, well, he's probably going to do that, huh? Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, this makes total sense. That Saith takes one step towards Rock, who just pelted him. God damn it, Rock. Everyone always tries to hate you. And then he will roll this +7. Oh! That was beautiful. It was a 15, this red D20, and then it went tink to a 7. Yes, 7 + 7 is 14, which does not hit Rock's mage armor class of 15 now. So that's great. So Saith the Cambion now lifts up his hand, and then from his palm shoots out this fire ray, and then like it tries to engulf. Oh my god, I'm so happy that didn't work. It like flames on, like a flamethrower spouts at Rock, and then Rock is completely covered in fire. It's only one target, so it doesn't hit wishes as well. But you just see Rock. You see a shot of the chair that Rock is sitting in, and then just the screen is filled with flame, and then it dies off, and then Rock is still sitting there calm, and you see this purple like energy mesh over him, and then Rock goes, "I told you, a heads up." And then furious, then Saith goes, "What? No, gods damn it, no!" And then he uses both palms now to use the second fire ray at Rock, because he has multi-attack, which sucks. So he needs to roll that again. Oh god, it fell on the ground. So Saith is dead now. No, that's not how it works. That's a 5! A 5 plus a 7, yes! So a 12 then with double palms. Flamethrowers on Rock, still calmly sitting there, and Rock, even a little cocky, throws one leg over his other knee and sits there. "Are you quite done yet?" And then Saith roars out into the lobby, where then Onyx, now his turn, then he charges up against Saith, and then Saith just feels this wall of force hit him. Yeah, Rock. Oh my gosh, yeah. Dodie or something says, "Gone," like 5 exclamation points. Phew. And then Angelito Guapo says, "Yeah, Rock," and then 3 exclamation points. Yes, that was amazing. That is what a wizard looks like with good armor class. Wow. Thank you, Dice. Narrative. Mwah. So then Onyx, who raged and is using a reckless attack, then from behind Saith, and it's like being hit by a train. So Onyx, nope, Onyx will do this because he's absolutely furious. So he will roll He will use a rage. Oh. His armor thing. Is that a bonus action or... Oh, no, it's just one action. Okay, but... Okay. Then Onyx charges up using his Ice Anchor to hit Saith in the back. And he will roll... He's using Reckless Attack, so that means he gets advantage on it, but anyone will have advantage when trying to hit Onyx. So Onyx will roll twice. That's a 7 and a 4. God, that sucks. That sucks all around. His... Oh, fuck. His... Saith's armor class is 19 because he has scale mail, but I just said that he woke up because it's midnight and he hastily put on a robe. So I will say that he does not have scale mail on right now. So I would say that's like a minus something. Let's see how generous. Let's have the die figure it out. So I'm going to roll 1d4 and then minus that from the 19. That's a 1. All right, an 18. All right. I just tried. Can't blame me for trying, narrative. So that's 7 plus... What's... I have 1,000 papers right now. A 7 plus 6, that is minus 20. Minus 20. That's going to be hard. A Cambion with 18 armor class. Okay, Ice Anchor. 6 plus 7, that is only 13. That does not hit. So, dang, that would have been cool. Is there anything I could have done? He rage, which is a bonus action, and then he hit with his regular action. Nope, and he doesn't have a reaction, really. So, Onyx is right there, and then the Ice Anchor just hits this very sturdy demon fella, this devil guy, and does not hit. And he stares down, kind of betrayed down at his Ice Anchor, which always does so well. Yep, does not hit. Great. Chainco. Chainco's turn. Okay. He will... Oh. Okay. We will skip back to the noble NPC. Unarmed is his strength, and then 1 plus something, probably. Oh, no, his just strength modifier. I don't know how much that is, but he will try and... He has a Mastiff connected to him right now, so Chainco will roll. That's a 9, so not going to do it. But then his movement, 11. Yep, nope, not going to do it. So that's Chainco's move. Rock's turn. Rock, kind of brushing off the char over his bathrobe and blowing down on the horn of the saddle and kind of brushing that off. Then he will stand up, and then let's see, what cool shit can he do? Can that be cast at a higher level? No, let's not complicate things too much. Oh, he would know about Cambions because he read the front half of anything. Oh, boy. Oh, even worse. All right, so Rock will stand up and go, Cambion. A cambion is the offspring of a fiend, usually a succubus or incubus, and a humanoid, usually a human. Cambions inherit aspects of both parents, but their horns, leathery wings, and sinewy tails are hallmarks of otherworldly patronage. Damage resistances: cold, fire, lightning, poison, bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing from non-magical attacks. And he says that to the others in the room. And there's not a lot. Oh, well, nope. He can do one thing, sure enough. Then he will point upwards and then release his palm, and then 3 more magic missiles hit him. So that's another D4. 3d4 plus 3. That is a 1, a 2. Not great. And then a 4. 1, 2, 4, 7 plus 3, 10. All right. That's still some damage. And then a disbelieving Saith, like, looks baffled as Rock moves forward. Just stands up. And then Rock will actually go over to Saith's room door, just step to the side and then open it. And then, yeah, I'll count all this as his movement. And then he goes inside. Doomp. Great. And then, yeah, he will step like behind the wall. So now, let's remove this blackness so that we can see what he sees in the next turn. But, and this was an hour so far, and we made it halfway through the initiative list, so this might be a long episode, y'all. Rightfully so. All right, Peggy. Peggy, right at the door, we can definitely see the... Oh, boy. Let's maybe move this some more. Great. So, Peggy... Okay, what we see in the lobby is the wooden door leading to the other room being wrenched off its hinges and sucked into the room. And then we see this monstrous arm reach out and grab onto one side of the door frame, and we can see like the flesh bubbling and growing this thick red fur, and like muscle grow and pulsate as the arm doubles and triples and quadruples and like expands tenfold. And then the other arm reaches, and then we can see it start to wither as this hunched over pained form of Peggy lurches blindly into the room, and she's going through this transformation, and it is awful and monstrous and ugly. And what we see in front of her, a hunched figure with one muscular and one withered arm, like she is straining up towards the ceiling, and we see her eyes blinking uselessly, and we see that she now has cat-like pupils, and rust-red hair covers her head, back, and arms, and we see her going through this almost werewolf transformation. And then she has these sharp fangs, causing sharp fangs growing from her enlarging bottom jaw, and she like bellows into the room, and she will blindly just start like scraping through the air towards anyone in this lobby, because she is furious. So this is going to be claw attacks. I will give her 2 claw attacks, but here's the beauty, baby. She will do it at disadvantage, all of them, because she can't see. So let's do one of these and one of these. Nope. Yeah. So This is the first one, a 9 plus 6 to hit. That won't hit either Onyx or Saith, who are right there. So the first one whiffs as she pulls herself into the doorway and swings with her withered, like crumbling, shrinking, curling in on itself arm. And this is nasty. She's looking more like a beast every second. And this... All three of the owners of the Restful Lily were beautiful elven women. And now we get a sense that Peggy is turning into her true form, which is just awful. So that was her first attack. And then her second attack. Oh! But, interesting. Since Onyx did do a reckless attack, then attacks against him have advantage, so that would cancel out this disadvantage. So the higher of the two was an 11. 11 plus 6 would be 17, which beats Onyx's 16 armor class. However, let us see if that 11 would hit Onyx or Saith, which I will roll for. Evens says Saith, because it has an E in his name, and then odds for Onyx. That is 10, so even that would try and hit Saith, but that 17 bounces off. So, next. Second verse, same as the first. She will roll again. Claw attacks a 13. But, okay. Here's the mechanics. She rolled a 13 and a 6 for disadvantage for being blind. I will roll that again to see if evens hit Saith and then odds hit Onyx. If it hits Onyx, then we're going to go with that 13 plus 6, which is a 19, which is not great. So, again, 2. That is even. It hits Saith with the 6, though. 6 plus 6 is 12, does not hit. So, this raging, monstrous form is now coming into the room. And Onyx, just as a free action, like looks up and... is like appalled, but then also seeing the bestial form of Peggy, and he's kind of and yeah, Peggy is growing into this monstrous form, but like these tusks, these fangs are looking very boar-ish. So that's fun. Next is wishes. We'll do, let's see. Can he cast that at someone else? Because that would be interesting. Oh, well. Nope. Okay. So, what Wishes does is Wishes, who is now sitting on the chair that Rock left. What happened to Wishes? Oh, that one's 50%. So, we see Wishes bleed into view because he was invisible. Well, no. Instead of that, he would have thought ahead a little bit, and he would be like halfway up the stairs right now. Yes. He will be halfway up the stairs right now, and this is very good. Wow, cool. Wishes is now halfway up the stairs. We see him materialize into view, and we see we see Rock. We see Wishes look at the door of Saith's room, and then Rock is walking back into the lobby, and then just spouting off, like, just saying the Cambion stuff lines again. And then he will actually cross in between Saith and Toot and then walk in front of Peggy. And then with his back facing Peggy is just staring at Saith. Saith this whole time was watching Rock emerge from his room and then like walk slowly and confidently behind him. And now Saith is staring at Rock, who is now in front of Peggy. So that is Wishes' turn. So I can mark that off. Cool. I have so many character sheets, y'all. Oh, my voice. Not yet. Not yet. We have too much story to tell right now. So that is that. Wishes. Glimmer's turn. Well, Glimmer's off the map. But we see the door fling open to the stone tower, and Glimmer is running in. And he is holding a bucket. And he goes, yeah, the door flings open, and Glimmer's holding a bucket and goes,
Oh, it is really popping off. You got my hint. Good.
and then he splashes it towards. Ooh, let's see. He will splash it towards Saith from the doorway. And then, I mean, that's water. So I'll say it can splash on him. Let's see how well, because throwing water at someone, I'm not going to have anything less than a 19 not hit. I'm going to see if he rolls high, then it does like more damage or something. So 16 plus Glimmer's plus 3 dexterity. So yes, he did get a 19. So I will double this damage because why the hell not? So Glimmer throws the bucket, and we just see that it's water, but it splashes up against Saith and drenches him from head to foot, and you see him squirm and start screaming at this. Let's see. Where is that? So that is 2d10 acid damage, but I will double it because that's more fun. So all of these sweet babies will be rolled. Oh, boy. That is 3, 4, 7, 9, 3, 12, 7 plus 3, 19. All right. Great. Saith is getting beaten up pretty bad. Yeah, he's to at least half health. And then Glimmer, who thrown it expertly and drenched the entire Saith, and Saith's like screaming, and you can see steam rising off him, and like it was as if it was boiling hot water, and so it splashes up against Saith, and he is just writhing in pain now, standing up, and then Glimmer goes,
Oh, okay, I'll be right back.
and then he leaves. So Glimmer, here we go. So he walked forward, he opened the door, he threw it, and then he's leaving. So Glimmer is now, oh, this is fun. Oh boy, so much is happening, y'all. This is delicious. So, because this will be more fun. All right. Now, Glimmer has a countdown. So, he left, and he's using the rest of his movement to run back. So, that will be halfway. That'll be half. All right, let's see if we can get there. It's going to be a lot of turns. All right, Toot Toot now. Toot Toot, who freaking never has any good damage. Yeah, let's do... oh, boy. Toot Toot will do Dissonant Whispers. What is Dissonant Whispers, Victor? Oh, acid damage. Oh, no, I don't think acid was in... Hey, acid was not in damage resistance for a Cambion. That's great. Dissonant Whispers. 1 action, wisdom saving throw, 3d6 damage. Oh, I like it. Yeah, so Toot Toot will see the blind, furious... No. He will do that against Peggy instead. So, he saying... Let's see. Seeing 2 of his comrades right in front of... Well, shit. Okay, in his mind, he sees a monstrous giant form of Peggy now gaining red fur all over, but she's blind and swinging wildly. Whereas Saith, we saw that not a lot penetrated him. Yeah. Toot Toot will go for Saith instead of the blind Peggy, because he saw her miss. So he will stare at Saith, and then Saith will roll a wisdom saving throw, which his wisdom is +1. That's a natural 1, baby. So Saith is distracted anyways, and Toot Toot will say, oh, interesting. Ooh, interesting. What's a demon or a devil song?
Let me tell you a little story about how the devil got the hell out of here.
Instead of the devil goes down to Georgia. So, wisdom saving throw, Saith lost. He failed, so he takes 3d6 psychic damage. Let's see if he's resistant to psychic. Nope. So, he will take 3d6, and then... That's great. That is 8. So I rolled 2 dice, and that is 8. So 32. And then another one. 5. Lovely. Ooh, boy. All right. And then this thing will use its reaction to move as far as its speed allows away from you. So, I should stop closing this book. Reaction. Okay, so hearing this shrieking, shrill fiddle start playing in his head, then Saith looks from Onyx to Rock to Toot Toot, now kind of making that curve over to Toot Toot, and then seeing Toot Toot with his brow furrowed and a really angry elephant Loxodon. Yeah, my voice, man. I was too excited at the beginning. Sees this really angry elephant staring at him. And then Saith, like, scoots back, taking all that damage, like, no. And then he would actually use his reaction to run. Ooh, delicious. Run towards the stairs, because that will get him as far away. Yep. Which means that Onyx will get an opportunity attack, and then Tipsy if he wants, and Toot Toot could, but he didn't have a melee weapon prepared. You know what? Why not? They all take opportunity attacks on him. Let's see if we can down this Cambion. So, Toot Toot, with his rarely used quarterstaff, Anderson's didgeridoo, he will roll for that. 7 plus 4. Nope, not gonna do it. So Toot Toot then like swings after Saith and misses. Tipsy, I will do next. Tipsy with a short bow with a 14. Oh yeah, okay. He will use a short sword that he has on him. So 14 plus 7, that is 21. That hits. It's 1d6 plus 4 piercing damage. 1d6 plus 4. Yeah. 4 plus 4, that's 8. Wow, we're getting him. We're getting him good. So as Saith runs past Tipsy, then Tipsy cuts towards the back of his leg, and then pretty much how he downed one of the nameless employees in the last episode. So you hear Saith, now he's limping up these stairs. And then Onyx, bringing up the rear, he will do a reckless attack because he is rageful. If raging, add +2 rage damage. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, was I supposed to be adding stuff to his rage stuff? Like, if he's raging, then what's the... Is it just more damage, or does it also hit more for rage? Rage. You have advantage. You gain a bonus to the damage roll. Okay. I thought it was also like when you hit, then that'll be better for the hitting, but no. So, Onyx will roll to hit as they pass by. 6 plus 6. Oh, but he has reckless attack. 4. Nope, even worse. So, discombobulated Onyx swings, like he's distracted by the monster that was another tall, giant, beautiful woman who, in her transformation, turned a lot worse than Yagra into Tiffany. So that is a... That is opportunity attack reactions for for 3 of my boys. And he misses. Great. So then Saith is going upstairs. And let's make him half. Toot Toot's turn. Auntie Warmheart, she does something. Great. The Mastiff will do something. I have 4 bookmarks in this monster manual. Oh, 5 bookmarks. I forgot about that one. So, yep, he's... Oh, I can do... Yeah. Noble. Oh, boy, that's not good. Oh, boy, that's not good. Oh, boy. Well, Janko was an asshole, so. Okay, well, that's pretty good. What was the value? Yeah, okay. Okay, so. Oh. Okay. First things first. 6 plus 9. And then... Ooh, that was close. Well, shit. All right. Yeah, I'm doing all this math outside. Oh, okay. Well, there we go. So, it rolled a natural 1. So now it's Tipsy's turn. Tipsy doesn't have a fucking clue what to do. But, technically, he can sneak attack is if he has advantage on the attack. And Peggy, who is blind, she has disadvantage on her attacks, but then also all attacks against her have advantage. And she's within melee, like she has a friend. Tipsy has an ally close to her. So that also like does the damage of stuff. So what is... Interesting. Yeah, he will have his short sword still out. And do I want to try and make this sexy? Yeah, all the time, huh? No. Okay. So he has a short sword out, which is a short sword, but it's shorter because Tipsy's a Forest Gnome Rogue. So he will take out his other one, so he's dual wielding right now. And then he will just go up to... Well, no, let's do daggers so that he doesn't have to go up within melee of Peggy. So he will go over here to the bottom of the steps and then throw both daggers. He will not use his magical automatic throwing knife. He will just use 2 daggers. What is the AC? Well, that's dumb. I don't like that at all. So he will roll these 2. Why? Oh, advantage. That's a natural 20, folks, which is double the dice damage, which is also a sneak attack, so that's a lot of dice. So that's wonderful. Holy cow, that's good. Holy cow, I'm letting it settle in on me how good that is. So, the first dagger, natural 20 on the first attack out of 2. That's lovely. Wow, that's really good. So, a lot of dice is so nice. Yep. The dagger flies through the air and hits, let's say, Peggy in one of the eyes, one of the already blind eyes, and she reels back and this animalistic howl is heard. So that is 1d4 plus 4 piercing, which that's not a whole lot. That's nothing to write home about. That's a 2 plus 4 damage. So that 2 turns into a 4. But here's the kicker. Sneak attack damage is an extra 3d6 damage. So that's a 1 and a 5. So that's a 6. And then a 1. That's a 7. Oh boy, that's not a lot. But that 7 doubles into 14. So 18 plus 4, that's 22 points. Rolling double ones kind of stunk, but that's still really tasty. 22 points, yes. And that was the first dagger. And then he throws the second dagger. That's an 18. Holy cow. 18 plus 7, that's 25. So that hits, but the attack damage is only done on that first one. So, okay, no ability modifier to damage of the bonus die. So, just a 1d6. 3. Oh, no, it's a 1d4. So 4, even better. So, we are looking Okay, good. Yeah, we're seeing Peggy, and then she tink tink 2 daggers, which Future Victor, that's both of his daggers, not the magical automatic throwing knife though. So both daggers sink in. The first one into her eye, and then another one into like the mass that is her one hulked out huge arm. So that was really nice. Back to the top of the order. Gah. But I drank a lot of water, and I'm going to refill both of my water bottles. And I need to use the restroom really bad. I'm doing the bathroom dance, so I will be right back. Wow. This is popping off huge, in a huge way. This is great. So I'm going to play the D&Recap again. We will not experience the whole almost 5 minutes, but yeah, all right. Bye. Hi, I'm Victor Rivera, and this is D&Me, where I play with myself. I play D&D with myself. This is D&Recaps, where I summarize 5 episodes of D&Me at a time. Episode 36, The Restful Lily. After retrieving wishes from the Seven Masks Theater, Victorious gathers in the middle of the Sea Ward. Rock writes a letter to Circumstance on a paper bird and releases it into the air. The message leads them on a fast-paced chase a couple blocks northeastward to the Temple of Beauty. There, they find a mysterious book embedded into a blank wall. The book, titled The Price of Beauty, is an adventure from the Dungeons & Dragons Candlekeep Mysteries collection. In the purest form of dramatic irony, I, Victor Rivera, have not read any of the rooms or challenges before exploring them, meaning that I'm going into the next few adventures completely blind. The book opens a magic portal leading the boys to a bathhouse and spa called the Restful Lily. There, they have to be selective with their inventory as they check in and change into bathrobes. They meet a welcoming employee named Saith and Peggy, a rather large woman who pushes Tipsy and Rock to the brink with physical challenges out in the garden. Episode 37, Bad Feeling. Airing Star Wars Day, May the 4th. The boys then enter the lounge, where Tipsy and Onyx drink, Rock gets his nails done, and Toot Toot meets the bathhouse's bookkeeper, Morgana. Waddles investigates a back storage room, then my boys wander carefully into a mysterious hallway, which turns out to house guest rooms. Tipsy picks the lock to one of the vacant rooms, my boys investigate, and afterwards, a nameless employee catches them exiting the empty room he had just turned over. Rock's suggestion spell fails to take hold, and as the employee turns to leave, Toot Toot runs down the hallway for Episode 38, Bath and Hot Spring. Toot Toot explains that they had just rented out the room and was checking it out, and with a successful deception check, the employee believes him. The boys then rent rooms for the night and go into the titular Bath and Hot Spring, where they meet Chainco, a suspiciously haired dwarf nobleman, AU, a concernedly simple-minded gold dragonborn wizard who seems to have lost her intelligence, Serena, a water naiad sworn to protect the hot springs waters, and finally, Circumstance, a handsome elf man who Toot Toot tries to convince to go back to Waterdeep with them, to which Circumstance says only after his magical treatment that night. The boys spend some time in the waters, whose magical properties act as a greater restoration spell against the secret mind-numbing magics of Tipsy and Onyx's alcohol and Rock's fingernail polish. After some time, the third owner of the Restful Lily, Auntie Warmheart, a blind elf woman in a wheelchair accompanied by her mastiff, escorts the party back to their rooms. Episode 39, Sneak and Beak.
I bet they wish they had their restorative magic waters of the hot bath right now. But, wow. A lot of stuff, y'all. A lot of stuff. Great. So. Oh, okay. Great. Lovely. Back to the top of the order. Morgana. Okay. What is 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Saith's turn. He is going upstairs. Yeah, he's doing stuff upstairs. So, Saith. Upstairs. Onyx. Onyx's turn now. Completely brokenhearted. He looks up at Peggy, and he will wail on her. He will not do reckless attack. Oh boy, I think technically he missed both of his... I'm not going to deal with that. He's still raging. I think technically if he actually doesn't hit anything, then his rage goes away, or if he isn't hit by anything. So he wasn't hit by either Saith or Peggy. But I'm going to still have him rage because I like it. So Onyx, he doesn't have to do reckless attack. So he will just hit the blind Peggy. And he will have advantage on that. Because she's blind. There we go. 17. That's what I wanted. 17 plus 4. Oh, did I mess that up? That's fine. 17 plus 4. No, that's not right at all. 17 plus 6. There we go. So 23 definitely hits the 17 armor class of Peggy. So that is 2d6 plus 1d4 ice damage. Golly, all these ones. So that's 7 plus 6. That's 13 damage against Peggy. Wow. When I prepared for this episode, I was like, boy, Saith and all of the ladies have a lot of hit points, but they're making quick work of them. When they do good, then they do good. The people paying attention to him are paying attention to him. So that was Onyx. And then he will just stay right there. He could move, but he doesn't want to. Yeah, I'll make this like his full movement. So he notices that Rock is right there. He pivoted to watch Saith run up the stairs, and then he's just kind of staring up at the ceiling, and then Onyx is like, move. And so then he steps towards Rock and then makes to push him aside to be in between Peggy, this monstrous Peggy, and Rock, who is very squishy. And then Onyx, he puts out his hand, but it goes right through Rock, and Onyx goes, what the... And then just is holding his arm in the middle of what he's slowly figuring out is an illusionary form of Rock. And then he pulls his arm back. Okay. So now it's Chanko's turn. Chanko will 13 against. Oh boy, a 13. Yikes. And then one more try. A 7. Nope. All right. That sucks to suck. Now it's Rock's turn. Rock will... Because Rock has been in Saith's room this whole time. What's in Saith's room real quick? I'm not going to roll investigation because he has spent his, a whole round in here. So, Saith's room. Saith carries the key that opens the locked door to his room. This luxurious room has a large bed covered with rich silk sheets. Rich silk sheets. This luxurious room has a large bed covered with rich silk sheets. A wardrobe and a dresser with a mirror stand against the walls. The dresser has clothes scattered across it, but nothing of value. So, yeah. Rock here, kind of, he's real confident right now because everything has been real not hitting him, but he's going to wait out in here a little bit. And then he will just frantically go through everything. I will roll an investigation on this. A 16. Heck yeah. 16 plus 6, a 22. Woof. Amazing. So he finds that in the wardrobe there is a suit of scale mail armor customized for a wearer with a tail, and a pair of short swords ornately scribbled with infernal glyphs. So, a Cambion thing. So, that's real cool. Future Victor, Rock will note that, and so when they're done with stuff, then all right. So that's Rock's turn. Rock, will you do anything? Prestidigitation. No, he will kind of spend his turn going through Saith's room, which makes sense. Plus, he does want to stay out of the way because, as confident as he was, he has 4 hit points. So it's a beautiful miracle that both of Saith's plus 7 attacks did not hit Rock. So he goes, oh, yeah, I probably shouldn't have faced death. Okay, no, I'll stay in here for a bit. Yes, that is Rock's turn. Peggy now will just clatter forward, going, yelling at Saith, "You stupid son of a bitch! I bet it was that dwarf. Where's that fucking dwarf? I fucking hate dwarfs. I'm gonna shave the dreads from his head." Where she hears a oh, and then that clues her on to where Onyx is, and then she whips her head in the general direction of Onyx. "Oh, there you are." Yeah. "I fucking hate dwarfs." And then she takes one step towards Onyx. Well, I mean, they're right there. "I fucking hate dwarfs. Dwarves burned down my home and killed my daughter long ago, and I will hate all their kind forever. So you looking up to me with those gog eyes, I'm gonna tear the fucking braided beard from your face and use it to wipe my ass." And then Onyx goes, hey, no. And then she will roll at disadvantage. Ooh, that's an 11. 11 plus. 11 plus 6. 17. Ooh, it does hit. It does hit Onyx's 16 armor class. Oof. All right. Well, it's a good thing he didn't do the reckless attack, because that would have been, oh, damn, them's his fighting words. But Onyx also can take it. So 11 plus 6, that is 17, which meets Onyx's 16 armor class. Yep, he doesn't. He already used his bonus action. Well, he did not. He gets his bonus action back because he. Okay, so he used his bonus action before his reaction to swipe at Saith, but he missed with his ice anchor. So he actually gets his bonus action and his reaction back because he's already raging, but his reaction, he can... his bonus action... Oh, no, it would have had to have been on his turn. Because is it a reaction to use it? One action. Nope. All right, well, never mind. That would have been cool. All right. But it's good to know. Yeah, so she will swipe at Onyx now with her giant meaty arm claws. And that is 2d8 plus 4 slashing damage. Yikes. 2d8 slashing damage plus 4. A 6 and an 8 plus 4. That's 18 damage. But Onyx is raging, and Onyx has the... What is it called? Onyx has the Primal Path, Path of the Totem Warrior, and his is... Oh, his totem spirit is bear. So when he is raged, he is resistant to all damage except psychic damage. So this, what was it, 20? 18? I think it was 18. Is only 9 because he's raging, which is very, very good. That's the first time really anyone's really hit him that I remember. So he gets half of that damage, which is beautiful. So 9 damage. 5, that's 2, and that's 2. So my beefy barbarian is doing great. He's not even at half health yet. So that was Peggy. And then Wishes again. Wishes will he will back up his rock major image up against this wall, this back wall, and he will have him kind of silly wave in the air going, blah, 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 smart stuff, blah, blah, blah. Oh, look at me over here. I'm a nerd. He doesn't make him say I'm a nerd, but that's Wishes' turn. And then Glimmer. Doot. There you go. Toot Toot will... Peggy. No, that was against Saith. So, Toot Toot. Boy, Toot Toot doesn't have a lot of stuff, huh? Disguise self, cure wounds. Shatter. Yeah, he'll do Shatter, because that's a lot of good damage, huh? It worked once for the statue. Yeah, why not? So... Or is there anything that could be done that he has advantage over because she can't see? Attacks against her have advantage on it. So he will use... he will take his didgeridoo that he still has in his hands and stare over at Peggy and then go up to her on this side with Onyx pretty much flanking, which will give him, I think, advantage. Flanking rules. If you have one of your allies 180 degrees opposite of the bad guy, then I think it does. I think you get advantage on it. But he already has advantage. So, future Victor, look up flanking. But for now, Toot Toot already has advantage on this. He will roll to attack Peggy. Yeah. 18! 18 plus 4, that's 22, which does hit. He is using both hands, so it's versatile. That's 1d8 plus 2. That's a 1. Boy. Damage is not being dealt. Like, they're rolling pretty good, but just not connecting. So Toot Toot, like, bops her over the head. I'm not so good at this melee stuff. I should probably back up. Never mind. Sorry. Hold on. So how many move was that? That was 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 20. And then 5, 6. He will move away. And then did Peggy already use her reaction? No, she did not. So this will be hers to swipe at Toot Toot, who went, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not good at melee. So with disadvantage, a 2. Awesome. Great. A 2 plus something that does not hit Toot's 14 armor class. Yeah, this is good, folks. This is good, folks. I'm using my lower register to save my voice. But Toot is done. Auntie Warmheart will do something. The Mastiff. SpaghettiOs. Yep. The Mastiff will roll 4 plus 5, 9. Wow. Okay. Amazing. So the Mastiff does not hit with another bite attack. And it didn't hit the last time. So I need to remember that. The Mastiff, and then Tipsy's turn. Tipsy, with both of his daggers now in Peggy, goes,
Ah, boy. Do I go and get those back? No, not right now. I will...
He will take out his 2 short swords that he was using earlier and goes,
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go up and hit him too.
oh, well, he has a short bow. Let's use that, which does the same damage, but he won't do a 2-weapon fighting, so that's fine. Short bow, and then Tipsy from his magically large backpack reaches in, going,
Oh, I have a bow and arrow. Look at me.
And then he will shoot the short bow to hit Peggy. Has advantage because she's blind and she's just standing right there. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is another natural 20. I swear. That is a 17 and then another natural 20. And the another natural 20 was on the other die that didn't roll the natural 20 earlier. Wow. So, double the dice damage? Unreal. So, that's a 1. That is also unreal. So, a 1, same deal as last time. A 1 plus 4 for piercing. That 1 turns into a 2, so that's 6 right now total. But rolling the 3d6 sneak attack damage. All right, everyone blow on these because they need to behave. All right, for sneak attack damage, I roll these twice. That is a 4 and a 4, and I get to roll one more time, so that's 8 altogether. And then a 2, 10. All right, 10 plus 6. Oh, no. So 10 doubled plus 6, that is 26. Okay, 10 doubled, that's 20, plus 6. She literally had 26 more points for health. So literally, this short bow, this arrow, right in between her eyes, where one of them is already Tipsy's dagger. And so then her still, like, swinging around, she, like, freezes and then topples forward. She was kind of swinging towards Toot last, so she falls forward and then collapses on the ground. And wow, I did not think they very much took care of that well. Okay, awesome. Oh, great. So Peggy collapses forward and the dust settles, and Peggy is now out of initiative. Bop, 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 bop. Awesome. That's great. They kill Peggy. And then Onyx is looking down and he wants to take from that body, but no, bad, just trophies and stuff. Oh, okay, all right, never mind. I'll cut that out of the podcast, definitely. So now it's the top of the order, Morgana. Nothing happens for Morgana. Saith is upstairs. Onyx stares down at the body of Peggy and kind of, he could harvest the body real quick, but then Rock and Tutu and maybe Tipsy would say, hey, let's do that afterwards. So he'll go, fine. And then he will peer into the room. He will take one step forward and then peer into the room where he sees the Mastiff kind of like chomping his jowls at a very bloodied Chainco. Who's kind of struggling to get out of his chair, and the white bathrobe is nearly completely covered in blood. And then Onyx goes, nope. And so then that was 5, and then he will, ka-dunk. Oh, and the Mastiff, by the way, instead of seeing this giant hound of a dog, instead of seeing this giant dog with tan fur and a dark face, then what we see is this hunched, this black beast with a humpback and a belly that's like burning with internal fire, and these fire red eyes and these horrible jowls. So the Mastiff in all of this turned into, ladies and gentlemen, a hellhound. So that is what the Mastiff looks like. Isn't that just awful? I mean, it's awesome, but it's also awful. So Onyx will go, hey, you're fire. I know what fire doesn't like. Ice. Ice to meet you. And then we'll try and hit the hellhound with his ice anchor. So that is an 11 plus 6, which is 17, which hits the hellhound's natural 15 armor. So that is lots of damage. That's 2d6 for bludgeoning, then 1d4 ice, which I will double because, fire don't like ice. So here we go. Oh, did I? No, I did not. Okay. Another 1, but a lot of other numbers that are not 1. Well, actually, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4. So there we go. Is that 10 altogether? Yes, 10. 10 damage to the hellhound. My scrap piece of paper is filling up. Hellhound. So, was there something about this? Oh shit. Wow, I can't believe Peggy's dead and Saith ran upstairs. Wow. Oh wow. Cool. So Onyx comes down with the ice anchor and finally hits something. And he's like, yes. And then one of the flukes like digs into the top, this hunchback of the hellhound, and like tugs the hellhound closer to Onyx. And with that, the ice anchor like pulsates. And then when the fluke is connected into the flesh of the hellhound, then ice shatters outwards, and you hear a deep yelp from the hellhound as some of his fire is now burned down. But like you see this internal forge, and it's building up in his jowls. So that is Onyx. Now it's Chainco's turn. Chainco, oh boy. Chainco now free from the jowls of the hellhound, the Mastiff, I will say that the Mastiff rolled a natural 1 before he missed the second time, so I can have Chainco squirrel around, and to make up for my mistake, then I will have the Hellhound not be able to do a opportunity attack because it's too distracted getting iced and anchored by Onyx. Which is a cool sentence, huh? So Chainco will scramble forward, just kind of launching himself out of a chair and then reaching, he will scramble just kind of back away from the Hellhound, and he will go, the other 2 women, they disappeared. They went invisible, so watch out. And he will look up at just the back of the painting, and he will say, one is there, and then the other is sitting in the chair. And right now we can't see either. The wheelchair seems to be empty, and then in front of the painting seems to be empty as well. So that is Chainco's turn. Rock will come back out. And then he will clock that there's another rock there, and he'll go, oh, interesting. And then look around for Wishes, and then sees Wishes at the stairs. Wishes, is this silent image? And then Wishes, oh, major image. Fabulous. Great. Well, one is down. Where are the other 2? And then Toot Toot, so far, they're probably still in the room. And Rock goes, right. Well, let's see. What to do. I'm looking at his spells and I'm like, comprehend languages. Nope, that won't do anything right now. Ray of Sickness, Shield, Silent Image, Witch Bolt. Witch Bolt. Oh no. Bar knowledge, phantasmal forms. There's not a lot he can do right now. Let's see. What can he do? He showed up. Peggy's dead on the ground, face down. Rock will just walk over here and join Toot Toot. So Toot Toot is bookended by 2 Roxes. And one's like done waving his arms around. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. So that's Rock's friggin' turn. What will he do? Rock has, I believe, 1 spell slot left. No, he has 2 level 2 spell slots left. So thank God for that. I don't know. Ooh, okay. Rock, as he walks out, he will reach into his bag and then pull out this floppy fabric hat. And with that, he will put it on, and this antiquated triangle comes to a point on his head, and it has a crescent moon on it, and it's very faded, and a couple stars. So he will use his Hat of Wizardry to try and cast a new cantrip, because he doesn't know what else to do. So he will draw from the wizard spell list of cantrips he does not know and see if any are applicable for right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. 26, I will roll a 20 and see if it hits a natural 20, then I'll roll a d6 on top of that. A 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Gust. So, Rock puts on the hat, and then he feels the floppy point like just kind of get picked up by like a little whirlwind, and he's holding it on, and then it's kind of, and he goes, oh, I can use gust right now, but I will hold on to it. I will hold my action until an opportunity hopefully presents itself in the next round here. So that's rock, and then wishes will, I don't think wishes can change the major image. So he will make rock, his illusionary rock, kind of mirror rock, and then hold a blustery hat that he doesn't have. So both of them are like holding down hats. Only one of them has a hat. So that's Glimmer, and then Toot Toot kind of waits. And then Auntie Warmheart is next. Auntie Warmheart. Let's see. I will roll for Auntie Warmheart to see if indeed something happened. Evens, yes. Odd, no. 14. Even. Yes. Okay. Okay. So that's Auntie Warmheart. And then the Mastiff, the Hellhound now. I don't have a Hellhound. Oh, I could adjust the hue of the Mastiff, of the Hellhound. Oh, you're going to be difficult, aren't you? So the hue, let's try and make him red. There it is. Red. Saturation. All the way up. Yeah, that's great. So the Hellhound will now face Onyx and will do bites and stuff at Onyx. Bites and shit. I saw this cute little video of two birds going like two little cockatiels just singing at their owner, and it was very cute, and that's the only song going through my head right now. And then they both like sync up a little bit. It's very cute. Oh boy, where's the Hellhound? Did his bookmark leave? Did it fall out? Well, don't fall out. Oh boy, great. So the Hellhound will now face, like, he pivots, having the ice anchor in his spine, and then pivots towards Onyx, and then you see the fire that was dying in his throat and in his belly. His throat just heats up like a forge. And then this Hellhound will use Fire Breath. The hound exhales fire in a 15-foot cone. Each creature in that area must make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw, taking 6d6 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. Yikes. All right, so bellowing out this gout of fire from his throat like a dragon. It's also like lava, so it splorts on the ground too. Okay, so Onyx needs to roll. Onyx needs to roll dexterity saving throw. So, are y'all having fun? This is fun. We're having fun. Dexterity saving throw. What, beat a 12, was it? Okay. What's Onyx's dexterity saving throw? 0. But he has advantage against effects he can see. And he can totally see this billowing pillow lava coming out of the Hellhound's mouth. So Onyx will have advantage. Effects against effects he can see. Yep. Is that how that works? Let me look up real quick. It's very cute. Y'all need to look up that video. Danger sense. Sense when things aren't as they should be. Advantage on dexterity saving throws against effects he can see. Yep, that's exactly how that works. So that's awesome. That's really cool, y'all. Yes, fun. I see the hellhound singing the bird song. So good. I love the bird song. Yeah. Have y'all seen the video? It's very stinking cute. So that's great. All right. So Onyx will roll advantage. Oh, good thing. One was a 4 and one was an 18. So that 18 plus 0, he makes it. So out comes this, what is it, 6d6 fire damage? Sure enough, yep, 66, Christ. But Onyx will take half of this halved anyways, so 4 and a 6, that's the first 2, 6. The next 2, that's a 9, a 3 and a 6, so that's the second 2, and then the third 2 are 7, so 6, 7, 9, that's 13 plus 9, 22. Divided by 2, that's 11. No, okay. 6, 9, 7, 13, 9, 22. Yes, so that is full damage. Onyx takes half of that because he succeeded on the save. Yes, and then because he's raging and he's a bear barbarian, then he takes half of that also. So that will be 5 altogether, because it's half of that would be 5.5, but we round down. So he takes 5 damage, which is nothing, which is great. Yay. Oh, good. I do like filling in, because Onyx has 43 health, and I have in my limited resources sheet, like, it's a big health table, but everyone keeps hitting Ding Dong Rock. So Onyx never uses his rage damage resistance. So it is fun filling in these things. But I like filling in 5 rather than 11, and 11 rather than 22. So that's good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's almost down to half health. So he's still up and jiggy with it. You hear from the corner, though, the lava splash, and then as it splashes over Onyx, then it's kind of like hydrophobic surface, so the lava and fire kind of slide off quickly, but you hear,
Oh, fucking hell, are you kidding me? Fuck.
In the corner, because Morgana also took that 11. She made her save with a 17 plus something, but she got hit with it as well. All right. And so you see a little bit of steam, and let's see if evens yes, odds no. 2 even yes. And so then you can see, like, it's interesting because there's nothing in this corner, but we can see some elements of just bubbling. The air is kind of bubbling and it's steaming. Fuck, she says underneath her breath. So that is the Mastiff, right? Yep. So Tipsy's turn next. Tipsy will come over here to the doorway and, like, carefully peer around. Tipsy will roll a perception to see if he can see the bubbling corner. Tipsy has a +8, so he's very good at perception. He has a 18 passive perception, which I don't like using because I feel that that's very cheating. But a 13 plus 8, that's a 21. So yeah, he kind of peers around and sees Onyx in the thralls of this hellhound. But from what he saw earlier, he saw Peggy emerge, but he does not see Auntie Warmheart. He sees Chenko cowering in a hairless bundle with very blood-drenched robes, but he also doesn't see Morgana, but he looks around, and to his left, really close to him, is bubbling air, and he goes,
Oh, that's probably one of them, huh? Oh, I shouldn't talk, but okay. Well, stab.
So then he announces his sneak attack. So he will stab towards the bubbling, steaming air. Short sword. So he will have advantage on this first one. Advantage on both of them, technically. 11 plus 7. Whoo-wee! The other one was a 6, so 18 does hit, and that is the sneak attack. Wow. Them being blinded really helps, because then every first attack of Tipsy's is... wow, that's great. Yeah, every first attack of Tipsy's has sneak attack, because it's blinded, so he always has advantage on it. So... 1d6 plus 4 piercing damage, and then all the sneak attack damage. So let's roll other stuff besides a 1. That is a 1. Are you kidding me? That is a 1. That's fine. Narrative, that's fine. So that's doubled to 2. That's 6 so far. Okay, 2 plus 4. That's 6 so far, and then doubling sneak attack damage. That's 2 and a 3, that's 5. So 10 plus 1 more. 5, yes. 10. So 26 damage altogether. 57 plus 20, or no, minus 26. That is, whoops, I shouldn't have said that, but 31 health left for Morgana. And then, okay, he could use his bonus action to 2-weapon fight, so he could stab again, but it doesn't have sneak attack damage, and it doesn't have that plus 4 piercing damage, so it could be 1 to 6. But he can also use his bonus action to do cunning action, where I believe cunning action, bonus action to dash, disengage, hide, or control mage hand. I didn't mean to turn into Sheen there. So he will actually, to prevent an opportunity attack, then he will duck back into the lobby with his bonus action to disengage. Great. Because, yeah, he doesn't want to get hit by whatever it is that is bubbling and steaming right now. Because that's not good for air to do. But he did feel that for his short sword, just dig in. And pretty mightily. And then he pulls it out going,
oh, I need to retrieve my daggers.
And then he looks over at Peggy's fallen corpse. And then that's Tipsy's turn. Morgana is next. Morgana, who is now bubbling and steaming with 31 health left. Okay, here's the thing. Morgana is invisible, but the air, like her skin, everything she has is bubbling. So that's a little identifier. And she's steaming from the fire breath. So let's go back to the... because she is not in a good position. Ah. All right, let's see. Cool. So, she will... Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. This one. Because, just to peek behind the curtain a little bit, she turned invisible and she snuck over to the doorway, and then she heard the fight with Peggy finish off, and then felt the of Peggy falling on the ground. So she will go, Peggy, you dumb bitch. I fucking hated you. And then... Okay. 40-foot cube. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's a lot. All right. So she will interesting. So she feels very cornered right now. Literally because she's in a corner. And she's down to less than half health. And she will go...
Well, because Peggy's dead, then I can use one of these spells, and she would have had just a hissy fit, but she can go fuck herself.
And she will cast something. So 6 creatures of your choice. She only knows one. Ooh. 1, 2, 3, 4. So my 4 boys, but then also the Hellhound and Auntie Warmheart. Oh, that's very good. Wow, that's really good. So all 6 of those need to make wisdom saving throws. So that is Onyx, that is Rock, that is Toot Toot, Auntie Warmheart, and the Hellhound. And Tipsy. So, all of them need to make wisdom saving throws. Onyx, wisdom saving throw. Pal. Wisdom. 2. 15! Holy cow. That makes it. The spell save DC is, I believe, 12. So, you don't need a lot to make it. Spells DC is 12, yes. So, Onyx makes it. Chiking. Rock. What's your wisdom saving throw, pal? Wisdom saving throw +3. 8 plus 3, that's 11. But, oh, no, I won't use it. 8 plus 3, 11. Rock does not make it. Toot Toot. Toot Toot. 17, he makes it. +1. Auntie Warmheart. Wisdom saving throw +2. 9 plus 2. She does not make it. Is that right? Interesting. That's very good. Oh, that's very good. The Hellhound. What's your freaking wisdom saving throw, you dumb dog? +1. All right. Well, never mind. Sorry. +1. 2 plus 1 does not make it. Ooh, Paige McCat subscribed at tier 1. Thank you so much. I have 9 subscribers, y'all. Wow. Thank you. Wow. That's amazing. Thank you. 3 black hearts. Just like what these women have. In my game, the bad characters. That's what I mean. So, you know what, Paige? I'll name a character after you. How about that? As your reward for subscribing. Bum. Tipsy. Oh, another black heart. Tipsy will roll 11 plus. What is your wisdom saving throw? +2. He makes it. Okay. So Onyx made it. Toot Toot made it. Tipsy made it. Rock, Auntie Warmheart, and the Hellhound did not make the wisdom saving throws to save from slow. So, ooh, that's good too. Fuck, that's good. From this corner, with bubbling skin and steaming fire damage, then dissolving into vision is this thin, pale creature whose long, matted black hair is festooned with ornaments made from bone and teeth. Her mouth curves up unnaturally high at the corners, and her blood-red lips are covered in blisters and boils. So, in her true form, then Morgana is like this hunched-over skeletal. You can see every bone, like all the ribs and the vertebra. She has these long fingers, moon blue skin, pale, and her greasy, long, matted rat tail hair has an awful version. You know when you go into the woods? Well, you know when movies and TV goes into the woods and then you see these things dangling from ropes and it's just like a bird skull and like deer ribs. So it's kind of like that, where it's mismatched and really dirty and super creepy, and you don't want to see it in a forest, compared to Onyx's rather clean, uniform vertebra in his beard. And her mouth curves up unnaturally high in the corner, so it kind of does like a Joker smile, but like past where it naturally should. And her blood-red lips are super chapped, and so they're kind of open wounds and boils and bleeding and blisters, and it's real gross. So she casts slow, and she feels that some of it connected, and she goes, well, that's as good enough for me. Move, Peggy Pig Knuckle. And so she then kind of blindly goes into the doorway, and then she like kind of a weird dog form gets on all fours and then heads towards the staircase and kind of feeling it about, and Tipsy's right there, which she doesn't know. So that's 1, 2, and then she bumps into Tipsy, who Tipsy saves so he could get an opportunity attack with his short sword, which has advantage, so he gets sneak attack. Or is sneak attack only once per turn? Because boy frickin' howdy, that would be awesome. Let's find that out, because that's kind of important. Although he'll just roll ones, so it doesn't matter. God, I want to keep playing, y'all. I want to keep playing. I might go on for another half hour. I know. It'll be half hour. It's so impressive how well you know these rules. Well, thank you very much. A year playing straight, I get 60% of them. And then later I listen to it and I go, well, actually, because my listener brain is different from my playing brain. But I do want to go at least half an hour. I know it's longer than the 9:30 usual end time, but this is a good battle. And it took up the whole episode, and it will continue to do so, but it's beautiful. Let's see. Sneak attack. Once per turn, you can deal an extra. Yep. Okay. He could still... Oh, the attack must use a finesse or a ranged weapon. So the short swords is a finesse weapon. You can go fuck yourself, rules. Yes. So it's such a complex rule book. Yeah. And I've read some of it. I should read all of it, but I don't have it. Okay, so yeah, sneak attack. You don't need advantage on the attack roll if another enemy of the target is within 5 feet of it. So when Onyx was right up against Peggy, that enemy isn't incapacitated, and you don't have disadvantage on the attack roll. So he's had advantage on all the attack rolls so far. So he does not get sneak attack, but he can swipe at this. It's almost like the werewolf from... Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, when Lupin turns into that like long gangly wolf one. So that's kind of what I'm picturing. So she like bounds on all fours up towards the stairs, bumps into Tipsy. He like gets plastered up against the wall. Oh, ooh, ew, 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 gross, 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 no. And he will go with the short sword, the short sword that he has out. And that is a +7, so he will roll 6 + 7. That is 13. Does not hit the 15 that he needed. So she continues to bound up, which is kind of like is kind of hovering midway up the stairs, but sees her coming. Let's see. Would he do an attack? Because he hasn't used anything. Yeah, he will use his opportunity attack to bite at her, reluctantly though. A +7 to hit. Oh, and it's 1 piercing damage? All right, well. I'll do it anyways. Let's see. I have so many sheets out also. Character sheets and other stuff. Okay. I still have 1 full water bottle left. So I think I will use the restroom for literally I will use the restroom and then run back. But let's see if wishes hits. This is a good wishes. 5. No. 5 + 7 though. That is a 12. That does not hit. So she bounds up the stairs also. Gross. And that is the end of Morgana's turn. So Saith is still upstairs. Onyx, we will resume with Onyx's turn literally 45 seconds. I will use the restroom. So you will hear the Bradley's theme song again. So here we go. I'll be right back.
Come, friend, now lend me an ear for a tale of Victor the Weird. He went on an adventure with he, him, and himself, and also his mighty fine beard. Now gather round, I'll tell you about this mighty beast. He may look as human, as mere as you, friend, but soon your eyes will feast upon this marvelous creature with many body parts. His one shirt may fool you, but what if I told you his chest had 4 red hearts? 1 mouth but 1,000 voices, 1 mind and limited choices, 2 handsome dice, 2 handsome dice. The audience rejoices. He's going to play D&D with him, himself, and he. Those are his pronouns. It's really profound. It's time for D&D, featuring Victor and 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 Victor. One knows who knows how many repeats. So come and sit down in an empty seat. It's time for D&Me. 2 eyes, 4 cheeks, 2 souls on his feet, 2 hands for many new foes to defeat, 1 tongue, 2 lips through which to speak, but just 1 but.
Literally made it. That was great. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. All right. So, Onyx's turn. So Onyx is right there. He heard that Chenko said that Morgana was invisible. She was not behind the... Oh boy, I don't remember if a thing happened. I don't remember. Well, let me just roll right now to see. Yes, no. Even yes. I think that's what happened in the first place. So Onyx remembers that Chenko pointed towards the wheelchair and said that Auntie Warmheart was there, and then pointed to the easel and said that Morgana was there. Morgana ended up being at the other end of the room. So Onyx, not really knowing, like, he doesn't trust Chenko now, but he doesn't see Auntie Warmheart. So he will just... He has his ice anchor in a hellhound, so he will continue doing that. Okay. So this one will be reckless also, because why the hell not? Oh, I had not been adding +2 rage damage to any of these attacks. Though he hit the hellhound. So I will -2 more for rage damage to the hellhound. Which one's the hellhound? Okay. Cool. So he will, attack the hellhound again. With reckless attack. So any attacks coming Onyx's way will... 12 plus 6 does hit the 15 armor class. So that's a 18. And then let's roll all those beautiful dice. 2d6, 2d4... All right. Big money, big money. No ones. That's great. A lot of twos, but I will take twos over ones any day. So 2, 2, 2, 6 plus 6, 12. 12. Okay. So, since the ice anchor, no whammies. Since the ice anchor is in kind of digging into the spine of the hellhound, then Onyx kind of like twists it and wrenches it around, and that is considered the attack. Plus another 2 for this one, because it does hit. So good. Attack. Rage, he still got. Good. Crit with Ice Anchor. Okay. Nice. Bonus action. Nope. Okay. So that's Onyx's turn. Chainco will then seeing Morgana. Yeah, hearing the southern twang come out of the ghoul in the other corner of the room, then Chainco will just, oh no, oh, help me. Yeah, he will like scoot backwards on his butt towards the other corner of the room, and he will attempt to hide with a nobleman's stealth, which is dexterity, which is get out of here. That's not where you should be. Yeah, that's good. Dexterity, stealth, yes. So a dexterity +1. +1. With a 12, then he kind of just ducks behind this chest, I guess. Yeah, this chest. That is Chainco Rock, holding a gust in his hat, just kind of like the top of it, just because he didn't use it within this round, so he loses it. And then he, let's see. Tutu Tor Tipsy, I, again, am the squishy wizard. Would you mind going into the room and helping out Onyx? Or should we go up the stairs? I feel like we should all go up the stairs as a party, he says in the 6 seconds of his turn. And so they're just kind of letting Onyx do all the work, huh? No, that's not. That shouldn't be the case. But Rock has just 3 hit points and 2 spell slots left, so he doesn't want to. Yeah, Rock can't really do anything. Wishes can't really do anything. Glimmer continues. Toot Toot. Toot Toot will go forward. Toot Toot has health. He will go forward to Onyx and see the Hellhound. Vicious Mockery. Yeah, he will use the cantrip Vicious Mockery. So, like a brat out of hell. Then he points over to the Hellhound and does Vicious Mockery. So, Spaghettios. Hey, don't do that. Okay. Hey, don't do that. That's not very nice. So, Vicious Mockery is not, I can hear the keyboards going. It is not a balding Canadian comedian who will come out and do witty improv. All right. My computer's tired of sharing the screen, but too bad. He will do Vicious Mockery, and it needs to do a wisdom saving throw. A 19. It makes it against Toot Toot's spell sheet, which is, you read my mind. Yep. Yeah, Toot Toots. Okay, so the Hellhound rolled a 19, and Toot Toots spell save DC is 14, so he makes it. So it doesn't do anything, but Toot Toot goes, it makes me hungry for meatloaf. And so then a, like, Bat Outta Hell starts playing by Meatloaf. I don't really know the song, so that's why I'm not singing it. But that's Toot Toot, and then Auntie Warmheart. Oh, but that's one of these, huh? Okay, so... Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's not so good. This is bad, 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 bad. All right. Oh, shit. It's a very good use of it. Oh, boy. Oh. Okay, I will roll something very important right now. And it's very, very, very important. So, evens, yes. Odds, no. 13 is odd. No. Wow. Asterisks, y'all. I will tell you what could have happened, but didn't. Oh, but she decided not to. Wow, that's amazing. Wow, that's one of the best parts of tonight's episode. And I can't tell y'all right now. Wow. Cool. The Antisub. Yep. Gee, wow, 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 wow. Cool. Okay. So it's the Mastiff's turn. Because Auntie Warmheart's not going to do anything. I don't know what even happened and I'm sweating. Yeah, it was real bad. It was real bad. But narrative, baby, that 13. Mwah. The Hellhound, who's looking not great, like the top of this Hellhound is being twisted and torn open, torqued, and but its primary function is to protect Auntie Warmheart, so it will lash out. Ooh, it will see if it gets its fire breath back. Recharge on a 5 or a 6. So let's do that, baby. 3, it does not. Good. So it will just reach around and try and bite at Onyx. Is there anything else? No, not really. A 5 plus 5, 10. It does not hit, so it just like lashing around fruitlessly, biting the air. Yeah, that's all I can really do. And then Tipsy will start to sneak up the stairs. He will stealth. He will hide right now because no one's looking at him except the 2 rocks and wishes. And so he will sneak up the stairs. He will start that journey upwards. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, all right. Tipsy is upstairs. Oh, shit. Like 3 or 4 rounds. How many rounds have we done, y'all? 1, 2, 3. I think 3 rounds total. I'll do 2 or 3 rounds. So Tipsy's going upstairs. And again, I don't know what's upstairs. But Saith and Morgana do know what's upstairs, so that's why they're going upstairs. But Tipsy's also going upstairs, and then Morgana's also going upstairs. But Tipsy will roll stealth to sneak upstairs, which is plus 10. 12 plus 10, a 22. Yeah, he's real sneaky. 22 stealth. Well, let's see, shall we? All right. I'm going to do this real quick to see. So, just to show y'all, like, this is the second floor of the tower, so I don't know what's in it. So I'm going to delete only the stairs and what he can see with 30 feet of sneaky movement. All right, but I need to delete that so I can see it. All right, let's see. Oh, boy. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I will say that Tipsy is here being super sneaky, and then he can only see this much. Which is not a lot, and I'll show you in 2 seconds. All right. So, Tipsy is now up these stairs. He's stealthed, and he can see the second floor. He can see a door, and then I don't know what else is in here. So, T16. A dank scent fills the air in this well-used kitchen. Okay. A dank scent fills in the air. You don't need to see that. Okay. A dank scent fills in the air in this well-used kitchen. He can see a table, like half a table. And then a statue of a winged elf standing in the corner. That star, its face carved into an open-mouthed smile. So, him defeating the... All right, come on. Yeah, there we go. So he's peering over, and then he sees another winged statue just smiling in the corner. But they defeated a similar statue outside of the tower, so he knows that this is bad. And we will roll to see. I didn't know that was going to be up here. So let's grab another bookmark. So... But he does not see either Saith or Morgana. There we go. Perception. Passive perception is a 10. So I will roll for this statue to see if it just perception. I mean, it already rolled a 10 passive perception-wise, but just for funsies. Perception is wisdom, which is nothing. That's a 13, which still does not beat the 22 that Tipsy rolled earlier. So that's Tipsy's turn, and he is staying stealthed. So, over here, then that was Tipsy's turn. Morgana is upstairs doing stuff. So let me get Morgana. Let's get her, and then Saith over into the darkness of this stuff. Now let's do it over here so it doesn't look like There we go. And then Saith is upstairs too. They're having a couple of rounds of being up here doing stuff that I don't know what they're doing. Let's just call this, I don't know. So Onyx then will try and finish off, the Hellhound. How about that? He will roll 16. I think the Hellhound had 15 natural armor. Sure enough. All right. And that's all that ice damage. The ice anchor is a bit much, but also I love it. So 2. Oh, and I didn't do the... Okay, so all this plus 2. Okay. So I rolled a 2, a 3, and a 4. So that's 8, 10, 13 damage. So with one final twist, then the ice anchor embedded in this Hellhound's spine, like you can hear a sickening crack, and then the fire dies inside the fire. The fire dies inside the Hellhound, and like it with a whimper, then it falls limp in Onyx's grasp, and Onyx goes, "Yeah, right." So that is one action. Can he do anything else? Not really. Okay. And then with the mighty, no, he just kills it. So Chenko is in the corner, just hiding and trying to make himself as small and going into the corner as much as possible. Then Rock is... You know what? Rock will actually open the door outside and then stare into the night to see if he can spot Glimmer, because Glimmer ran off into the night. Rock will roll a perception for that, which is only +1. A 5 + 1, 6. So it is super dark out here. So he can't see anything. And then the rock, the illusionary rock inside is also, he just turned around and is staring the same as Rock, but just at the wall. And then after that, then Rock will just stand directly next to the illusionary rock, who I will make a little clear so that we can tell the difference. We can. Wishes will climb up the stairs. Wishes will go invisible. What just happened? I don't like that. Zoom out. Wishes will climb up the stairs invisible and then see the rest of the room. The rest of upstairs. So he climbs the staircase and then sees Tipsy like hiding at the last step, like underneath the last step, and just and then just pointing towards the winged statue. And Wishes will float onward into the rest of the room to reveal it for our audience and me. Bop, 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 bop. All right. So, now we can see the rest of this room, and we can see 3 tables stand in the room. One which is covered in various vegetables and strange-looking cuts of meat. A wood stove burns brightly against the far wall, and that statue. So I will say yes. And that is all. We do not see Saith. We do not see Morgana. So who knows where they are? They might be in this room right here. The other room we can't see. So that is Wishes. Wishes' turn, and Wishes is interesting. Wishes can't do a lot of damage. And he already used Color Spray and Major Image. Major Image, which lasts... Is it just a minute or something? Major Image lasts concentration up to 10 minutes. Oh, so, yep. With Wishes going invisible, then that takes up concentration. So this invisible rock, then rock standing right next to a rock, then the illusionary rock blinks out of existence. So concentration, now Wishes is invisible, and that takes concentration. Cool. Nice. Well, hell. Polymorph, is that a thing? Is that for someone else? I would imagine. All right. Whoa, that's a lot. Okay, let me read this real quick. Okay. All right. So, Wishes, who used a bonus action to do superior invisibility, goes upstairs, sees Tipsy going, ah! Pointing at the statue, which Wishes was there when the statue attacked outside. And Wishes then kind of flies circles around the kitchen to the back wall, and then Wishes, as a fairy dragon, you have a bunch of spells. So Wishes is now Wishes materializes in the air flapping, and points over at the statue and says something, just casts a spell, and then this statue needs to roll a wisdom saving throw, is it? A wisdom saving throw, which this statue probably doesn't have a lot of wisdom, I can tell you. Is 0 wisdom, so let's make this good. A 4! So the statue, seeing Wishes materialize and then cast a spell, then the statue like turns its head upwards and then like reaches, displaying its wings in a huge like torrent, and is about to go towards Wishes, and then turns into a little worm on the ground, a little segmented stony worm. And Wishes cackles in the corner because Wishes cast polymorph on the statue And with a 4 plus a 0 wisdom saving throw, then that statue definitely turned into a worm. And there's 5 paragraphs on this polymorph thing says all of these rules. And yeah, that statue's a worm now. So they need to be very careful not to hurt the worm. Wow, Wishes. Good freaking job. I will do a statue worm statue. And then I will do a little segmented, come on, a little one. Just a little tiny worm. That's the worm statue. That's great. I didn't know that would work on a statue, but it doesn't say anything about not working on a statue. That's half a D&D, folks. Well, it didn't say. So, all right. Well, this is 10 o'clock. Let's see whose turn is next. Ooh, the worm statue should roll to see initiative. 10 plus 0 dexterity. So just 10. Just regular, taking Peggy's place. Worm statue. Statue, parentheses, worm. All right. And then move the chain. Glimmer is doing his thing. And now it's Toot Toot's turn. We will pick up with Toot Toot's turn next time. Wow, a lot happened here, folks. Thank you so much for tuning in. That was amazing. I thought a lot could go wrong. And when I had all the XP and the HP, the hit points for all of the players involved, I was like, ugh. Surely my boys should run away, but they did pretty good and not at full, like, battle ready. Like, they had some spell slots already used up and some health taken care of. But as far as I know, I did everything right. So, wow, good rolls. So, thank you so much. Next week is going to be bonkers to finish all this up. But we got Saith down to not a lot of points. We killed Peggy. We got Morgana to less than half points. What's Saith's health? Where's Saith's health? Oh, yeah. He doesn't look good. The Hellhound is taken care of? Wow. A lot of stuff happened here. I thought Shanko was going to die immediately. So, that's great. And Rock is still alive with 4 hit points. So, yes, thank you so much for joining me. I know we ran a little bit over, but that was lovely. So, thank you very much for watching and listening. I'm Victor Rivera, and this is D&Me, where I play Dungeons & Dragons with myself. I stream Wednesday nights on Twitch at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I upload the video the following morning Thursdays on my YouTube page. Today's show will be up tomorrow, June 2nd. It's June. And next week's episode will be live Wednesday, June 8th. You can find me on Twitch and YouTube, podcasts, Instagram, Twitter. Oh, I'd look away from my sheet for 1 second. On Linktree, that's linktr.ee/D&Me Adventures, and like Gnome, it's already there in Papyrus. And a bunch of other stuff. Linktree. I roll to see which of my characters gets tonight's outro. We are starting fresh from the beginning, so everyone gets to roll. 1 is Tipsy, 2 is Toot Toot. Great game. Thank you so much. Yeah. 1 is Tipsy, 2 is Onyx, 3 is Rock, 4 is Toot Toot. I like to imagine they have the bathrobes over all of their armor and stuff. So, 1, Tipsy. That's me! Tipsy! Let's go over here. Man, look at all that, huh? Me. And I'm dead last. That's dumb. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'm upstairs. Here, let's go over to me. Victor, no one wants to see everyone else. So, yeah, let's go upstairs. It's me and Wishes and a worm. Not a worm like a YWRM, because that's like a dragon with only wings and not front paws or something. I don't know. We'll find out what a worm... Okay, well, Victor, there you go. D&D research after the fact next week for what a worm is. What's a worm?
Oh, what a wonderful worm. Okay, bye. That's all I got. Good night.